beautiful late summer afternoon for football. We welcome you to Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one. Kind of an interesting pairing. Deshaun Watson and Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, you've got one guy who's part of the new breed, the run and gun, beat you with my legs kind of guys. And then on the other side, you've got your traditional pocket passer. He'll stand in there and throw the ball downfield no matter what the turbulence is around him in the pocket.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Steelers making their way out, and with their longtime starter, Ben Roethlisberger, leading the way.
And what a career we've seen from Ben Roethlisberger. Awfully consistent, tough, durable, strong in the pocket, great leader, a guy who stands in and throws it downfield, and has also added to his game the ability to get the ball out of his hands quickly and let his guys do work downfield.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Roethlisberger. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's hit the 40, the 30, the 20, 10. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run, And here's Janovich, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Andy Janovich, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that 1st drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. This is Hunt on the draw play. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt. So
would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out right at the 35. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Dustin Colquitt, the all-time punting leader for the Chiefs, on to kick for Pittsburgh. And back deep, Deontay Johnson. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. We focus our attention now on the quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And down inside the 15 he goes. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Harris on second down. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Chubb. And running with power here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.